Sup, pulsers! Thank you for joining me today, and we will be looking at games on Monday, Wednesday and Friday, and if I have any extra time during the week, I'll try and upload something on Tuesdays and Thursdays as well for you. Now, let's just jump straight into this game and have a look and see what we've got today. Up, my beautiful pulsers. Now, this is... I'm going to turn the sound right down for this. Now, this is Warhammer Battlesector 40,000. Now, let's start off by saying I am a big Warhammer fan. I own quite a few of the games, but I think Games Workshop have a habit of licensing out their games to people who should be making games. Lots of the mobile ones especially. This is not one of those. However, I have a gripe with this game. When you buy the game is about £20 when I bought it. It's on offer. Interested what the game was at the moment is what the game was going to be. Now, if I was you, I'd wait off buying this game if you haven't got it already. And they're doing they are doing updates. The developers are still developing, which is great. However, what you get for the game as it's priced right now is, in my opinion, not acceptable. I do like this game. I want it to be a good game, but right now it's just not acceptable. So they've updated graphics recently, and if you look at that, the graphics are really gorgeous on this now. The miniatures. This is not the problem. The problem's not the miniatures. Even though I think they need to increase variety of how you play the game, such as like if you have a Dreadnought as a leader, you should have more points off of Dreadnoughts and Land Speeders and Predator and that, because it's machine based, but it's not. You pick one leader, which is your lieutenant, and you can have as many of the other, which are kind of sub leaders. And to me, that doesn't really make sense. So they need to get that sorted for starters. Now, these two were the first piece of DLC. One was the Assault Terminator Marines. These are useless in the game. And the other ones were the Sanguinary Guard. These are excellent in the game. These were a couple of quid each. A couple of pounds each, about £3 each. Now, it was advertised. They said they need to do this, bring in money. It's when the game was first released. And obviously, they didn't know if it's going to be popular or not. And this game has such great potential. But it's the way it's executed that is the problem. So what do I mean by that? Well, if you look at the other races, in the main storyline, you can be the Space Marines. That's it. That's the only one you can be. This is part of the problem. Now the Tyranids or Tyranids, depending on how you say it, I say Tyranids. This was the other factor. So you've got Space Marines and you've got the Tyranids. Now you cannot play the campaign as the Tyranids. You can only play the campaign as Space Marines. And everyone who first bought this game thought, well, they're going to do that later on. They're going to obviously add a campaign in for the Tyranids. They didn't. Now, I don't know if that's going to change. Hopefully it does, because they should have their own campaign, which will be very interesting. But they didn't. And these were also DLC units. Some of these were, which I now disagree with. I thought because they were starting off, they needed the help. No. Because I've seen their other games, and some of the other games, one of them's another Warhammer game, which is actually an okay game. It's not a good game. I think this is better looking. I think it's a better game. However, what you get for your money is not worth it, because you get one Space Marine campaign. That's it for the campaigns. So right now, these other races are £15. There's a little bit shy of the actual game. Now I know this artwork right here, this has all been added new, so they are updating. But what do you get for it? You literally get a pretty looking army. That's about it. Now the skirmishes in this game are okay if you're into skirmishes and that. Or if you want to play online, it's okay, like I've said. However, see, I bought the Necrons when they come out for £15 because I thought, oh, it's going to be, they're going to get a storyline, they're going to get this, they're going to get that. They got nothing. It's literally, you buy them and you get these units, and that is it. You get no story. You get nothing out of the normal game. Now, they look great, because I ain't saying they don't. Now they look great. When they first got it, they didn't look this good, but now they look awesome. However, it's the fact that you don't actually get anything else. You don't get single mission, player mission. You don't get to fight in the single player missions as the other factions. Because what they keep pushing is two things. One is a demonic incursion. It's corn or chrome, when they say it. These are now £5, which I think is reasonably priced for another faction with no storyline or anything like that. It's literally you just get the faction, £5. I think that's alright. But in this mode, all it is you have your army in the middle and all these guys run at you, and then the wave restarts and then run at you again and they get more and more powerful and the wave restarts. That's it. That's that whole story. Once you've done demonic incursion once or twice, unless you really, really, really like that kind of mode, you're not going to be that interested in it. Yes, they've got the orcs, but again, they're £15. So this is the other mode, which is planetary supremacy. Now, you can pick your army and two others out of the ones that are available at the moment. So you got 3 players. That's it. And this map, this planetary supremacy for me is crap. It is crap. These people have played other Warhammer games, Dawn of War, stuff like that. When you played, I think it's Solstice or the third one, you had kind of a map like this. You'd take something, you'd get a special weapon on some of them, special things would happen. This is not that. This is not that by a long shot. You basically take a move, you'll get 100 army points or 200 depending on which square it is. So one move takes up one of these extra points. You can either do buy some more units from your base units or improve them slightly. That's one turn. Or you can get reinforcements to replace any units you've lost. You can do one of those two things. That's about it. Other than that, you are slowly walking, fighting generic armies that are not well thought out towards one of the other two enemies. That's it. You can overrun them by going straight to them and then straight to the other one, and you will never max out this tree, any of them. You'll get a couple in each, that's about here, and that's about it. Because there's not enough stuff happening. And that's the problem with this. This should be a big map. There should be cut-off points, choke points, so that you take it, so your enemy's got to fight harder to get through you. But in this mode, I just literally ran straight towards them and just took them out. And I've played this multiple times after each update. It's not changed. This is not a good mode. There's nothing really here. These are just sometimes Sisters of Battle, sometimes I've never fought an orc, even though that's an army yet. I've only ever fought the two main ones that I own. And you get one special one that's here, which is an unknown, which is stupid for you not to know what it is. You get one now. These move about. There's always 4, and they always move. So all 3 of them are near them. Last time all 4 of them was near them. Last time there was only 3. Before that there was 4. So they're mostly near them. Or I've got to walk all the way over here for this, which I don't even know what it is. You should have multiple armies on here. So like, this is your first army. So you can put points towards it, or you should be able to build a second army with, I don't know, the Dreadnought or a librarian in charge of it, and have a third army. That way your armies are achieving something, actually doing something. This is literally walk towards the enemy, kill them, and do the same over here. That's it. There's no point in exploring any of this because you have one army that just bounces along. And obviously they're going to introduce the Tau, the Imperial Guard. So you're looking at over £100 for the game and all these other armies that are not that good. Now the reason it was different with Dawn of War is because when you've got the base game, you got Space Marines, the Chaos, Orcs, you've got quite a few armies. In this, you get Space Marines and Tyranids. That's it. Those two armies. And one of them doesn't even have a campaign. It's pathetic because I fell for all the hype when this first came out. From all the reviewers, they kept saying, oh, it's 10 out of 10. This is a great game. This is a great game. What they played was the basic Space Marines for a couple of levels, and that was it. They didn't complete the game. So you can, and the words that came out of their mouth were told to them by the company, which I don't think you should do as a reviewer. You should give your honest opinion and your opinion only. So anyone who says this is a great game, I don't know what I'm talking about. The game itself is good, like for if you like Space Marines, but there's no story for any of the other armies you buy. There's nothing else for any of the other armies you buy. So for me, if I was to buy this now, I would class the game at like £10. That would be it. So look, they go forward, they take an island. Your national sound effects, it's about it. But that army, it's always one army. You can't build more armies, which is kind of stupid. Because as a Space Marine, you can get more than, you should be able to get more than one lieutenant, and each lieutenant will be able to lead their own army. So you'd have to save up to get a second army and a third army, and this whole area should be bigger. Look at it, it's tiny. That is not worth how much you're going to spend for the game and all the other armies. It's just not worth that much money. And like I said, I like this game. I'm a fan of this game. But would I recommend it to you guys? No. Not in its current state. I can't do that. Because it's not a well thought out game. The Demon army being Khorne army being £5, I'd say that's reasonable for that army. The rest of them, £15, no. For what you're getting, no. Planetary Supremacy, no, they need to rework it. They need to redo it. They need to go back to drawing board and see. I have some ideas. Talk to the actual fans of this, because a lot of the fans who were at the beginning have brought it because it's a Warhammer game. And I think some of them are just stubborn. They won't admit they made a mistake. If I knew now about the game and I went to buy it today and I know what I know now, I wouldn't buy it. I'd wait off for it because they built another game, the Relics, Warhammer Relics, and if you watch how they did that, they did exactly the same thing. They roll out army after army, very basic differences, and then they just charge you again for it. It's a way to rip the fans off. I think it's a rip-off the way they're doing this. And it's a pity because the game looks nice. And it feels nice. But it's not a good game. Because you only get one set of missions, one campaign for these guys. The Blood Angels. I don't know if they're going to add a paint system where you can paint up to be the other Space Marines. Or they're going to do an army for each Space Marines, probably Ultramarines. That's what most of these games do. Your Blood Angels and Ultramarines, that's it, Space Marines army. That's not your starters, there's a whole different sections, and I don't know why they don't just do the whole thing. But that's what they need to do. They need to do campaign for the other armies. They have the Orcs either attack the Space Marines or maybe they're going after the Sisters of Battle, because that way you've got two introduced factions and you'd have two campaigns, one for the Orcs, one for the Sisters of Battle, and maybe the Astartes, the Space Marines, turn up at some point to help them out, the Sisters of Battle, and maybe Chaos are helping the Orcs out a bit because they want them to mess with the Astartes to kill the Emperor. You know what I mean? There's a lot you can do, but they haven't done any of it. The Tyranids need gene stealers, the crossbreeds with the humans where they got guns so they can hold guns. Because, like I said, the gene stealers, the Tyranids need a campaign. Right, that's my 2 cents. I'm going to delete off my games and start a new one so you can see some gameplay. Because if you check online, oh, yeah, it saves after every battle. I forgot it does that. Let's do a new campaign. Every single battle it will save. It's really annoying. Right. It's how you pick your difficulty. We're just going to go into normal. You want it harder, you want it harder. The good thing about this campaign is you can really customize how you want it. Allow playable DLC units. Oh, yes. Right, reinforcements. I'm going to leave all this the same. You can handicap yourself to make it harder. You can make it so that you don't have to pay for the weapons upgrades, which I think is a little bit silly. That's even there. You should automatically have them once you've unlocked them. You can go through this yourself because I am not just going to really do that. Last chance. This is where you revive your hero with 20 hit points. That's a cool mechanic. And if you want to make the game harder, you can have it as like an Iron Man mode, so you can't heal yourself. But I'm going to get into it because I want to show you some stuff after you've done the first mission, because the first mission is a tutorial. Like I said, this is the campaign is good. You will like it. It's all right. However,
time flows in contradictions since the invasion. There's an unexpected slowness in the aftermath of an impossible victory. A languid sweetness of air, tasted by the hapless victor. And yet, I also feel the turning of change, and the accumulated minutiae that falls to the survivors. Corpses to be burned, fortifications to be rebuilt, neophytes to be blooded. Regardless of our losses, we are the angels of death. And we are always prepared for war. Not that these are concerns for the fledgling Primaris right now. Balfora is an unforgiving tutor. Dante says that you are blood angels. Prove it! Show me that the blood of the great angel flows within your veins.
Your orders.
Now, this is a turn-based game. It's been a while since I played it. As you can see, the games themselves look awesome. The units look awesome. The movements, the sound effects, this is really good. When you fire a bolt gun, it sounds like a bolt gun. It's like a heavy weapon. Like boom, 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 boom. Now, on your units, this is your armor. This is how much defense you got. This is your movement point, so you can move 4 squares. This is your action points. For when you attack, you use an action point. If you use a special like a grenade, you use an action point. Now you can move 4 and then use your 1 action point to move an extra space in case the enemy's not near you. And yes, this game has attacks of opportunity, so if they walk past you, you'll take the advantage and you'll hit them. Oh, look at them boys, look at them. That's what I mean, I really want this game to be a success. But it's been out a while and they're not putting in the right moves, I'd say. So, I'm going to go to my leader first.
There can only be victory.
Now, he gets 2. All leaders and special characters get 2 of these. This is their health. And move. This, like, when you end a turn, go into Overwatch if you have extra points and tell like the enemies out of your range. You can go into Overwatch and where you tell them to look, see the little eyes, anything that moves into those eyes, your captain will now attack. And that goes the same for your units. They can all do that.
We are the Bloodblades of Skyfall.
The sound effects in this game are just incredible. And anything that moves within that range, they'll open fire on. So these are assault marines who can do bolt of fire and chainsaws. Now where it's orange, that's the optimal range. So theirs is right next to them. So look, this is their movement. So the middle one's white, whoever's around it, right next to it, is orange. That's what they can hit. And this is a bolt fire. This is a bolter. So whatever the optimal range is, 1. Now between 1 and 3 you can fire the range. However, on 2 and 3 the accuracy goes down. That means there's less chance of hitting them. As you can see, it's got base accuracy of 90, but it's a close weapon. So you don't really want to shoot that at a long range. Each gun has its own preferred range. So these guys, their optimal range is 3. So if they're 1 or 2 in front of you, you're going to have less chance to hit. 3 means you're going to hit with a lot better chance. Now, when you're killing units, you'll kill some of these individuals. Now, you want to take out individuals because the less individual creatures that are in a unit, the weaker they are when they attack back. Because each one of them attacks at the same time, but they all add it together. So if there's only one of these alive, all these will not be attacking. You see what I mean? So it says times 40, 3 to 5, that will go down. So I'm going to use these guys to shoot them first. 75%. Now watch their health, all their healths.
Death to the Xenos swarm.
So now there's only 3 that are left. 4, sorry, that can attack me. Because he's got 1 health, little git. So that means that whole unit is now weaker. So you can fire and then you can still move these units where you want. So I'm going to move them. I'm going to leave them there actually.
For the Emperor.
Facing that way. Now over here is the next unit. So if you forget to move a unit, or you're not sure you've got any left, you can just click on this.
Ready to strike.
It doesn't take up their turn, but it does show you who's still got movement. Now this is the commander and the assault marine's special ability, which is jump packs. You click on it
To
once.
the sky, brothers.
And then you put it where you want it to be. So I want him to land there so they can attack them with their chainsaws. So that if you hit him in the back, you'll get a bonus. Same as if you shoot them, because see that shield? Where my units are now, they're covered because they're elevated. So my units cannot see them through that. And they will not be able to hit them, so they've got 100% cover. So if I fly them here...
For Sanguinius.
Yeah, look at that. So I fly them now, and I can attack them now with chainsaws. Because it's got a 100% hit, not 100%, I think it's 99%. Because of the distance and that. So to hit is 100%. We are doing 25 to 31 times 5. So
Crush them!
Now they all died. If they had lived, they would not have got to hit me back. Because I attacked them in the back. If you attack them in the front, they can hit back. Also, when you're moving, if you move directly in front of an enemy and it's in Overwatch, they'll shoot you in the sky. I'm facing them outwards because I know what's coming next.
My fury will be fast. Their death is our only option.
One button.
Their death is our only option.
These is the thing of these is like a heavy unit you got, the aggressors. So these are basic, and so are these assault squad, because they're not that good later on. So I tend to switch them out. Whereas these are think of them as heavies. Right, now I got to attack. they can either go hand-to-hand combat, or that's the melee one, which is hand-to-hand combat, which is very powerful, but there's only 3 people here, so it's only 3 of them that gets to hit. That's what I mean about melee's a bit in this game, you know what I mean? They should do like massive amount of damage, but they don't. And this is the storm bolters, so they shoot these, and their optimal range is 1, so they cut through them pretty well. However, that's the other unit. Right, they have this. Now this is a separate attack, so they can do this on units that are in that orange square, and only that orange square. They can't hit anything closer or anything further away. Only that orange square. Now that's a separate attack, so they can do that and either a shot or a hand-to-hand combat attack. They can do both, which is why they're good. So I don't want them to take them on just yet. Stop. Right, I want these guys, because I want these guys to shoot them. So look, if I put it down, it shows you the orange outline. You can see it at the top. There's one at the bottom. However, if I put them there, the orange is on them, which means it's their optimal range. So they're going to move 3, and they're going to be, those Terragons will be in their optional range.
Affirmative.
Ah, they got the action points. These are the ones that already fired, didn't they? Ah, I forgot that. I'll do these. I love the sound effects in this game. It's really awesome. And now if I move them 1 over, they're going to be hitting them with their missiles. So we're going to shoot these guys.
Open fire!
Ah, dang it, they're still alive.
We are the sons of Sanguinius.
So I'm going to move them now. And they should... We're going to take them out. Now, because I took them out,
Forward!
move 1 over here. And I can do that special attack now. I don't want to laugh, he's not going to do much damage. And I think that's everyone took their turn. Yeah. I messed up a little bit because I forgot.
Assault Marines ready!
I haven't played this in a while, so I forgot like the movement ranges and that. He should have gone jumped over there, messed them up as well.
Push them back!
I haven't really played this since it first come out. I've been waiting for it to basically get better. But I can't move them ones because if I do, they're going to attack straight away in the back. However, I can. If it's a straight line, they can run and do a charge attack.
The swarm has no right to live!
But they have to be in a straight line. So I'm going to pull these back.
Yes! We fight and we die for the Imperium.
I'm going to go there so I can shoot them at point blank range. Their special takes a while to charge up. Oh, in fact, they've got blue helmets in there. Like aggressors. I'm going to gun them down.
Battle line squad ready.
These are right in front of them. There's only 15% chance to hit because of their weapons range. Well, I'll do it anyway, but good chance of miss. See? Because they're too close to them. No, they're all dead. Good. They deserve it.
We are the walls. We are the guns.
So the voice acting in this is just excellent. Noise is just excellent. It's just how much you actually get in the game.
I am the sword of Sanguinius.
See, they still got movement in that left. I'm going to end it now. Watch. Now that, Overwatch and confirm, which all your remaining unspent action points into Overwatch.
Death to the Xenos swarm.
Which is a really cool thing they do. Oh, they changed it slightly. Oh. Because normally, the last two units always came that way. That's why I'm pointing that way. Oh, that's quite interesting. They've been sneaky little boys and girls. Right, you.
We are the sons of Sanguinius.
Burn into optimal range.
Engaging the enemy.
So this is the first Warhammer game I think has got the sound effects perfectly spot on.
Your orders.
Sounds like you're really punching hard.
Moving.
So now the reason why I'm moving these here, so they can go in optimal range again. So I'm still keeping an eye on this game, see if they improve it or whatnot.
Heavy fire support.
Like I said, I'm a big fan of Warhammer, and I really like this game look and sound. It's just, it's not worth the price. So,
Thin their numbers. They will not overwhelm us.
so you should be able to shoot, then get
Victory for the Bloodblades. Victory for Skyfall.
then get a hand-to-hand combo. That'd be awesome. I want to see that change. Yeah, you can attack diagonally now. That's cool. You couldn't used to. So watch when he attacks. He knows extremely powerful. His attacks you kind of want against one monster, because it says ×2. So that means he's only going to be able to kill 2 of them. There might be splash damage, where if I kill him, it might splash onto him.
You will fall before me.
But using him against those little units, normally you get people alive. It's really annoying. Right, let's fall back. If they change that, there might be more. Ah, so I haven't played this in ages.
Affirmative.
Because the missions are not that big, so once you complete it, it's not that much to do.
The swarm has no right to live.
They put both of them down now. I put them 2 up there as well. That tells you the remaining units I left.
Battle line squad ready.
Alright, we're just going to march up.
Always ready. Always vigilant. For the Emperor.
The thing with the overwatching is sometimes they will shoot something like that. Like say that unit ran across there. Now my men cannot see them, so they shoot this wall. You need to sort out the AI, boys.
Affirmative. Death to the Xenos swarm.
Ooh, you little punks.
We are the lords of the assault doctrine.
Me too, if I get directly behind them. The chance they could take me in the air though. Still up. Chainsaws. Oh, those sound effects are cool, aren't they?
We are the sons of Sanguinius.
These have got no more attack, so they can go here out of the way.
Moving.
Because I want it, so they can all hit the same targets. If they come that way, they'll be dead.
They shall not pass.
So if they do come straight in there, they'll all get hit.
I await their mistake.
This way
You can fight. I'll give you that. I don't know yet if you truly are scions of Sanguinius, or just some ruse of the Archmagos. Battle will decide. It always does.
Immediate assistance required. Tyranids converge at the Voxcaster relay on the Sal Veritas western edge.
Form on me, brothers. It appears Balfora has decided she's not yet done with you.
So this is what you get for completing it, and this is how you upgrade your units. I'm going to show you that now. I'll stop talking because he was talking, and the voices in this are really good.
In the grim darkness of the far future, there is only war. People are born, they live, they suffer, and die. Rarely of natural causes. Days prior to the fall of Cadia, Dante faced his greatest challenge. High Fleet Leviathan had broken through the Krypton shield, and the Tyranids bore directly for the sacred homeworld of the Blood Angels, Baal. Sons of Sanguinius rallied from the far corners of the galaxy. Complete strangers died side by side as brothers. Yet even this unprecedented congregation could not hold back the Great Devourer. In their darkest moment, the Blood Angels gathered around Lord Commander Dante, a last stand. They gave themselves to the Red Thirst and stood in defiance of the alien. Not for survival, for the chapter was doomed, but for the honor of their sire, the great angel Sanguinius. And then, pandemonium, the Cicatrix Maledictum opened and tore the galaxy in two. Time stretched, contorted. Demons of Khorne poured across the moon of Baal Primus, tearing at Xenos and Marines alike. Havoc reigned. But just as quickly as it appeared, the cicatrix maledictum contracted. It took with it both the demons and vast swathes of High Fleet Leviathan. In their place, the Indomitus Crusade appeared, helmed by the avenging sun himself, Primarch Robute Gilliman. The blessed Primarch didn't just bring relief to Baal. He brought with him the Primaris Space Marines, thousands bearing the mark of the blood drop. The Primaris were larger, stronger, more resilient than their firstborn brethren. But to the Blood Angels, they represented a different kind of salvation. The promise of these super soldiers was of an improved gene line, more pure and closer to that of Sanguinius. Away from prying ears, Archmagos Call whispered that they showed fewer signs of the flaws that plagued the great angel's blood. No more thirst beating at their hearts. No more armor to be painted black. A semblance of normality has since returned to Baal. The monolithic Indomitus Crusade prepares to leave. Commander Dante, now Lord Regent of half of the Imperium, works to heal his chapter and Baal of the trauma suffered at the hands of Leviathan. And on the moon Baal Secundus, Sergeant Carlion hurries to the aid of a sanguinary priest.
Right, and the other problem... Why have they took his helmet off? Looks like an idiot now. Right, this so go on a different marine. I can't sit down and watch his head bounce up and down that. It's annoying. So this is one of the other problems. Like the assault marines are good on the first level, maybe the second. Then they're pretty useless because they will never get as many kills as these guys, as interceptors, and they're not as skilled as interceptors. So they become pretty useless because the only things they can hit are right next to them. When you're fighting the Terrids, first thing they're going to do is run up, jump in their faces. So you get the first hit on the first unit, yeah. The other units are all just going to dogpile on you. But the actual storyline is pretty good. But it's very short. Not really, really short. HQ. This is like in the demon map I showed you. So you go down these pathways. So you make the ingress a little bit better. You give them grenades and stuff like that. However, each one of these heroes, which is what they are, adds their own tree. So here help these units, whereas the Dreadnought leader will help Dreadnoughts and land speeders and that. And it goes on like that. So there's 4 of them in all. So you kind of got to pick your pathway because you'll never be able to buy all of them in the campaign. Or it's a bit stupid. I think you should be able to pick a leader, and yes, they specialise in something, but each leader should kind of be their own army on that planetary incursion, rather than what it is now. And so him as a leader, when he gets his power axe, Thunderhammer, he can really do a lot of damage to the bigger monsters. However, against like little groups like we were just fighting in, there's no point in fighting. His chainsaw might look impressive, but you are outnumbered on every map, and that's kind of fun. However, his pistol that he fires, like bang, 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 bang. You're lucky if you kill a few creatures in those little mobs. It kind of makes him look weak. As for his special abilities, which are just like calling in airstrikes and stuff like that, I never used them once because I didn't get to unlock them. because it's either you get his hammer that makes him more powerful, and his infernal pistol and stuff like that, but you can't get all of them. So if you're thinking of buying this game, it is a good game, I like it. However, I would not buy it knowing what I know now. My advice to you would be to wait off, watch what they do with the updates, and then see how it goes from now. Because the other armies in this are just overpriced and you're not getting value out of them at all. So unless you want to do skirmish, which is 1-on-1, or this stupid planetary mode thing, which is awful, and I don't know why they think it's great, because every time you see a video on this game, you see a lot of people who really like Warhammer, who want this to be a great game, but they're very biased. A lot of them are, this is a brilliant game, it's the best game ever. No, it looks good, sounds good, but this is rubbish. This is not well thought out. This is hastily put together, and this will not keep you. You'll play it once, possibly twice, that's about it. You'll lose all the interest. And like I said, the campaign is more interesting because 1, there's a story, and 2, the voice acting is brilliant, and 3, this is just so crap. I can't get over how crap this is. So like, the map should be, you have to go explore to discover where each other is. So like there could be like rocks here and here. So the only way in would be this pathway. And whoever owns this gets more resources to buy more reinforcements, or every turn you get more of those coins that go towards upgrading units for holding it. So it then gives them an interest to come and take it off you, because they don't want it too. And there should be a few things like that on this. Maybe, I know, here there's a couple of Predator tanks that are broken down, and if you get there, you get the Predator tanks, but they see something from their army that's there. If they get there, they'd get something. Anything like that would be better than this. This is just rubbish. And the demonic incursion is just not worth it. It's just not worth, you know what I mean? You'll play it once or maybe twice. It's an infinite wave kind of thing, but that's about it. Or maybe make it so you can upgrade individual units to make them more powerful and develop them slightly differently. And again, if you have more armies, you can develop them all slightly differently. But this is just not worth it at all. And that's my opinion at the end of the day. And if you want me to do Let's Play out on this, I will do if you let me know. Like I said, the single player for the Blood Angels is a good bit of fun. It's only worth like 10 quid though. And it's not worth buying the other armies for 15 quid. They're just not value for money at all. So anyone who's telling you they are, they just like Warhammer. They don't care about the game, just like Warhammer. These are the type of people that buy the mobile games of Warhammer. They're all crap. Every one of them is crap. Anyone who tells you different is lying. But other than that, have a good day. It's been Pulse Beetle. Remember to keep the pulse. And you know,